Hi, my name is Jamie. I live in Egypt and I have a makeup collection that just keeps getting larger. It didn't today, but we are going to be talking about some new releases today. But also, like, new is sort of relative. As you may know, I used to live in Saudi Arabia and I had to take a couple months off from buying anything because I was moving and just like with shipping, and I'm not sure how things are getting to Egypt. I kind of have done like a low buy, no buy for the last couple months, and it's been pretty good for me, but also there's been a lot of stuff that has come out lately. So I wanted to kind of play some catch up and talk about it. So I'm gonna be posting pictures here-ish. Things have come out, like, also since I made my list of palettes that I was gonna talk about, but yeah, I'll integrate them in. So keep in mind, this probably goes back to even like June, things that have come out that I've wanted to talk about. But yeah, I have already bought 3 of these things. Take a guess. Take a guess on which ones I'm waiting for. And yeah, we'll see if I can get them here. I hope I can. Let's hope and find out. Also, sorry, my lighting is a little bit weird right now. It's a bit dark because the power is literally out, but it's fine. It's fine. We're just rolling with it. And yeah, we're gonna talk about makeup anyway, because I want to. Number one. If I could buy this right here, right now, I would do it right now. Number 1 is the Delicious Delights palette from Cosmic Brushes. It is 14 mattes, 3 duochromes, 1 iridescent duochrome, 2 metallic shimmers, totaling in 20 shades for 25 Great British pounds. That is so good. Whatever Cosmic Brushes is doing, I'm loving it. I'm totally into it. I'm just waiting for this palette to be restocked. It's just exactly a color story that I would want to wear. It has blue, purple. I'll forgive the pink. The pink looks still like wearable to me. And then look at that pretty minty green. I love it. I'm totally into it. As you can tell, I like a pretty minty green. So whenever this palette is available, I will buy it. I will do that. Okay, next up is the Sugar and Grunge palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. And this came out, I'm not even sure when this came out, it's sometime in June, I don't remember. And I've been meaning to give Blend Bunny another try. I do have the Surge palette. It's not my favorite, honestly. There's something about the quality of the mattes, and everybody says that Blend Bunny mattes are really good. I have kind of had the experience where I put them on my eye and they tend to go and not in a way that I like. But I really do like the looks of this palette. Again, I like how it goes from light to dark. I like how organized it is. It has 18 mattes, 6 shimmers, totaling in 24 shades. It's kind of a softer, sweeter tone of that upper row is like soft and sweet and cute, then with these really dark, grungy colors that I'm like totally into. Again, not in love with the pink row, but I can live with it. I'm really into like that lavender color, especially that shimmer, that lavender shimmer. Yeah, into that. And this is for $41. So it's a lot of palette. That's a lot of shades for $41, but my criticism is that at this point in time, you can get duochromes and multichromes and different textures for less money, as demonstrated by Cosmic Brushes. So the price point is a little bit arguable to me at this point with Blend Bunny, but again, I'm still on the fence. It looks like as well, Blend Bunny has come out with a very neutral palette, and it provides kind of a gradient of neutrals, which looks great. I can see how people would really like that. That's not the palette for me. I'm not gonna get that. I'm just seeing it on the website at this point, but just know I see it, I recognize it. I'm acknowledging that it's there, but I would not buy that. No thank you. Okay, next up is from Fantasy Cosmetica, and this is the Fighter palette. So this is a palette that's similar in format to what they've done before. There are 4 mattes, 1 multichrome, and 4 multi-dimensional shimmers. and it's a 9-pan palette. It is in a very like fall toned theme to me. A lot of gray, a lot of mustard, a lot of brown, way more neutral than what they have produced in the past. I have yet to try Fantasy Cosmetica, so I'm not jumping to get this right away. It is still available. It is for $38.99. And it's interesting to me that this one didn't sell out quite as quickly as like the other palettes, the Druid palette, or I can't remember the other ones, what they're called. But it's more fall tone to me. I can see that working better later, and I don't know. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't, I'm not sure. I haven't quite decided yet. If I'm trying a new brand, I tend to want to try at least 2 palettes from the brand before I come up with a whole idea of what I think of the brand. And while, oh, there's cat hair on my face. While I do like the color story of this palette, like enough, I feel like there are other color stories that I would like to try first from this brand before I like kind of give, or before I have like a comprehensive opinion about the brand itself. But it looks really good. I think it's pretty. Maybe I'll get it. I'm not sure. Next up is from Give Me Glow. So Give Me Glow has come out with 2 palettes somewhat recently, and I kind of don't know how to feel about either of them, although I'm wearing Give Me Glow right now on my eyes. I love Give Me Glow. I like the quality. I like everything about those eyeshadows. I think they're great, but they're trying a new format, and I'm not sure that I love it. First of all, they've changed into square pans, and trust me, typically I prefer, no, do I prefer square pans? I don't know that I prefer square pans. It just depends. I don't know. Maybe because I'm just used to what Give Me Glow has done in the past. I'm a little bit like sketched out by this square pan situation. And I don't know. My initial thoughts on, for instance, the Juicy Blueberry palette is that it's really pretty and that's something that I would like. But then the more I look at it, the more I think to myself, why would I buy that? Why actually would I buy that? It's a 10-pan palette with 8 mattes, 1 multi-chrome, and 1 sparkle mix. I don't know what that means, and it's for $45, $45.76 when I converted it. And haven't we done blueberry muffin themes? Like, we've done this already, you know what I mean? So it feels a little bit redundant in a way. I mean, I know Give Me Glow hasn't done this type of palette, but the inspiration just seems a little bit hollow to me. And then I don't know, what about this packaging to me says like food? It's a blue brick wall. I don't get it. I don't understand. So I really like the look of the shade Sugared Blueberry Drizzle, but it's not enough to make me absolutely want to buy the palette right away. When I look at the swatches, I can kind of make sense of eye looks a little bit better, but again, that's a lot of money to pay for 2 multi-chromes, you know? I don't know. So I'm a little lukewarm on this one. I'm not sure how to feel. It looks really good, but I'm not sure it's for me. Let me know if you've tried it. Kind of the same goes for the next palette from Give Me Glow. It's called Butterfly Vibes, and it's very, very Y2K inspired. It is 14 mattes, 4 shimmers, and they kind of look to be duochromes. They weren't specifically described as such, but that's what they look like. And it's $55. And like I said, it's still in this like square pan format. What I really don't like about this palette is that everything is very mid-toned. The darkest shade is a dark brown. That's workable, but again, not my favorite to work with. I can see how some people would really derive a lot of enjoyment from this type of palette, but to me, too much pink. No, thank you. I don't want that much pink in my life. I'm good. I'm all set. I don't need any more. I don't need any more. Okay, this came out, oh my gosh, I can't even remember when this came out. It was recent, but there is absolutely not a way in the world that I would buy this palette, and it's from Cleoned. I've never tried Cleoned. It is the Deep Sea Treasures palette, and it is 8 shades of all duochromes, multichromes, what have you, and it is $124.99, and I'm here to tell you, hard pass. I will not buy something like that. That is irresponsible amounts of money to buy makeup. I can't get behind that. There's a lot of nice makeup in the world, and you can buy so much makeup for $125. You're gonna buy so much good shit. I can kind of see, like, for instance, the Adept all duochrome palette. Like, I can see that because there's a bunch of shades, but this is 8 shades. And Cleonit isn't a brand that I've used before, so I'm not gonna swing for that. That's not something I'm gonna swing for today. No, thank you. Okay, next up is from Clarity Cosmetics. Sorry, I don't not like the brand. I just like saying Clarity that way. This is the Aloha palette and it is $56. And again, this is all very mid-tone to me. There is kind of one darker blue. Is it matte? No, it is not a matte though. So yeah, there isn't like a darkest matte that you can use in this palette, which I'm like automatically a disqualifier for me. It's 8 mattes and 8 high shimmer metallics, and it is, yeah, it's fine. It's pretty. I think it's a step in the right direction for them, but it just doesn't speak to me personally. Clarity has also come out with a brand new palette recently, and it's the Lost at Sea palette, which again kind of has some duochromes, some nice looking mattes. I'm not really sure on the exact details of like the duochromes. Looks like there's 3. It looks like there's 3 duochromes at least, and then some foily shadows, things like that. They're trying a new format. It looks very similar to Odin's Eye packaging, which I think is a little interesting. Interesting choice. It looks fine. I don't personally like the look of this palette just because, again, it's very pink, orangey blues, and I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm fine. Again, I haven't tried Clarity Cosmetics yet, so I am not gonna swing for something like this. There are other eyeshadow palettes from Clarity Cosmetics that I'm more interested in than this, but this is just what's new. And this palette is also $56. So again, not a bad price, 12 shades, not a bad price, but just I side eye that packaging a bit because it's very much too similar to Odin's Eye for my personal taste. So next up is a new release from Gloss Gods, and they've actually had a subsequent release after this, but I hated it and I don't care about quads, so I am not going to talk about it because I do not like quads and I just don't care. So I am talking about the Sky Collection. This is the Sky Collection Volume 2. And there are 2 palettes in this collection. It is the Lavender Skies palette and the Color of Rain palette. So the Color of Rain palette is $42, and it is 11 metallic / multi-chromes with 1 matte black. And I love this. I love the look of this. I think this is great. I might have bought it. I think it's great. And I really enjoy the Gloss Gods formula for duochromes. I'm not sold on their mattes particularly, but this did it correctly, giving you a matte black to just put down on your eyelid and then put that duochrome on. That's a great idea. Do that. Do that. And then also there's the Lavender Skies palette as well that is also $42. It is 7 mattes, 5 metallic duo multi-chromes. So this is in a bundle. I think they are in stock individually, but the bundle is currently sold out. Let me double check. Okay, so right now the Lavender Skies palette is in stock, but the Color of Rain palette is out of stock currently. But I can tell you from perhaps some insight that they might restock the Color of Rain palette again because they have once already. So just an idea. Then last up, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is exactly a palette that speaks to me. If I made a palette, I would make it like this. This is the Sugar and Spice palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics, and they have expanded, it looks like, their packaging. It is 3 duochromes, 3 multi-chromes, 1 sparkly shimmer, and 8 pigmented mattes. So math, let's talk about math. That's 6, 7, that's 15 shades. I love it. I love it. I think it's beautiful. Like I said, if I could make a palette, it would look like this. This is what I would do. It's like they reached into my brain and they were like, yeah, this is what Jamie would do. There you go. So 10 guesses whether I bought it or not. Unfortunately, it is currently out of stock. I can tell you that it was $57 because I might have paid for it recently. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Did you get it? I am still waiting on mine. So yeah, I feel good. I feel like I've caught up on new releases. I know it's been a while. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I put on some makeup today and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And yeah, let's get back into talking about makeup. I took 2 weeks off just to chill and whatever. And yeah, we're back. Thank you so much for watching today. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you have returned to say hey, thank you. I appreciate that as well. And I will see you next time. I know my outro is crunchy. I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, I will see you next time. Have a good day.